It's a valid map. Here we go.
Card Clash are bringing Freddy in. What are those add-on suds?
That is Forever Freddy. Jump ropes and swing chains.
Once again, all slowdown perks on gens. That seems to be what everybody wants. You seen Corrupt? Get the mouse on screen for you guys. We got Corrupt, Ruin, and 2 mystery perks.
So it looks like they're waiting out the Corrupt, perhaps. Haven't found anybody yet.
It is cool how that doesn't look like.
Everybody's on the verge of falling asleep. Just a couple more seconds here.
Well, are you saying that no one likes listening to us, Paulie? Is that what you're saying?
Wow.
Wow.
Again,
Self-hating on our broadcast.
Yeah, I look at it as a positive thing. I help insomniacs if I put them to sleep when I'm talking, you know. You always got to turn everything into a positive. Live your life optimistically, Boomer. You know this.
I do, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Wow, they're really slowing this thing down. I wouldn't have thought that they were going to do this, but it seems to be working.
I think it's situational, right? So there's just if two of you spawn near a gen that's not blocked, you jump on that gen. If you all spawn in a spot like in this corner of the map where the gen's all blocked, then you just okay, let's play it slow.
Yep. And we've almost waited out the entire Corrupt Intervention. About 5 seconds left to go on that, and the gens will release. And then it'll be time to begin. There we see a Hex Totem on the hill.
The only negative thing is if you find somebody, usually they're going to be crouching and not moving and give them a free first hit. So that's a dangerous thing to do. But I mean, they basically just nullified his whole perk.
Yep. Oh, we found somebody now. Ooh, and they take off like a shot. You see that aura reveal that's the Hex Undying.
To go back to the 1v1s, it is a lot more about just practicing, like mechanical practice.
I get it.
Throwing that shack pallet down early.
We've seen that almost every game though. The shack pallet just seems to go down really fast. What kind of a?
Well, like
they got the good bus, right? Is that window open? The window's always open if it's like this, right? No, it's the back window. Nope. Okay, yeah. So no, they did not get the favored window.
That one was the focus.
Did not get hit through that pallet. We heard Tinkerer go off there.
Yeah, that gen is close. I think that means we have all the perks revealed.
All the perks then, yeah.
I know the Boomer loves that too.
No pokos.
Opted not to throw the pallet, figuring they're probably going to get a dedicated hit. If they did, might as well save the pallet.
Here we go. Since we got the stream going, Pokos. What does that come from, guys? Is that a streamer? Or is that just a word in a language that we don't know? That stands for maybe like lag. Do you guys know? Paulie, do you know what Pokos is?
No idea. I had to look up FOMO yesterday. I didn't even know what FOMO was.
Have you heard of Pokos? Have you heard of it?
No.
Basically, it's
I've heard of El Pollo Locos. Is it similar to that?
El Pollo Locos is good, but no. It's a term that's used for lag hits, so what we call dedicated hits. Like when you hit through a POW and you don't think that should have happened because of lag.
Term, or is it like a fake square?
I know. Apparently, it's a real thing. I don't know. In the chat, confirm. Okay. I've never heard it until Sud started using it.
They say it in chat all the time.
Well, right, now they do, right? I knew it's recently, but last tournament, I've never heard of that.
Somebody's gonna have to
last tournament. What was that?
I don't even know how to spell it.
P-O-K-O-S. Pokos.
Has seen these other Freddys come in and put on these dominant performances, and he similarly wants to pitch a shutout, or you think he's playing normally? There goes first gen. Ooh, and a blind.
It's a quick blind as well.
Oh. Well, I mean, so far he doesn't even have a hook though, so. While it's good to put on the pressure, you gotta close out some chases to get some hooks.
But he could be taking like Schick's approach. It doesn't matter how long the game takes, as long as you don't let anybody get gens, you know? So.
I guess it works until it doesn't, right?
On somebody again right away. That second gen pop in there. That's Ascension taking the hit. wakeboarding there.
Urban Dictionary says Pocos means friend. So I guess that doesn't wind up with that. I don't know.
Yes, man. Pocos is a streamer.
Oh, so it is a streamer. Okay.
I heard a Pokio.
Is that an English streamer? It must not be an English streamer, then, I don't think, right? Because I've never heard of them. I mean, it doesn't mean just because I haven't heard of them doesn't mean they don't exist, but I'm just saying I just never heard of them.
Very patient there by guard, trying to fake the window.
So then why was it named after him, then? It's not like he invented
nice.
getting hit through a pallet, so I don't know. Maybe he did some weird thing when it happened, and he yelled that. I mean, no, that's the name of the person, though, so I wouldn't be saying. Maybe he did some weird reaction to be hit. I don't know. There we go. Second hook of the game. We are now about 6.5 in the
Other
game.
survivor. They picked the other survivor up off the ground.
We have 2 hooks, 2 gens.
There's another downing. And a rescue over there.
Dude, some other people haven't heard of it
Colby
either.
done did it. Colby done did it.
Kobe done did it. So that's 3 hooks on 3 different survivors.
So we want the origin story and the definition of a Pocos. This is what we want.
Do we?
Yes, we need more research. We do. Polly, we gotta keep, this is the only way we keep up on these terms like juiced and cracked and juicing and Pocos, and we gotta keep up on this stuff, man. We gotta keep young in DVD world. We just know. You realize if it wasn't for tournaments, we probably wouldn't even know these terms. Well,
Hey,
I mean,
man,
I probably would because of
just got
subs, but...
Garam into my wheelhouse. You're gonna have to give me a little more time. Alright, speaking of Garam,
You got him with the
Card
thing
Clash
on.
is trying to make sure the Sinister Garams again. Downing Ascension. 3 gens to go, 2 done in the books. It was a slow start. It was a slow start for Card, but starting to mount these hooks now. Wheel goes down. Got 2 of them down. 1 got picked back up. Just keeping them on the ground or rescuing one another. Keeping them off these gens.
On Pride Rock up there just waiting.
Okay.
Alright, so we heard a totem get cleansed, but ruin still exists. Two survivors awake, 2 survivors asleep.
Keeping on that pressure, like you said, just not letting up on those gens. Doesn't matter if he's got someone down, he'll teleport if he has to.
Thought he was gonna pick up there for a second, but maybe
I
it's
did
fake.
too.
I don't know if he changed his mind or.
Picking up now though, that's gonna be the 4th hook, but 4 different survivors hooked. That's definitely in Shred's favor. But he might get this pickup too as well, so this definitely was a favorable double down. Oh, we saw the Soul Guard coming in play. And
Nicely
Deliverance.
Done. Nicely done, and we oh no, we had a DC.
That is unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. Person on the hook. DC. That's really bad.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate too. That's one of the worst things. We don't see that happen often, but that's a
Very rare,
pretty big
honestly.
letdown.
Oh man, that has to be so deflating for their team. Now their chances are next to nil here, I think, in getting to anybody out.
Yeah, they're gonna have to hope for a get a few more gens done, and then maybe get a lucky hatch or lucky door. Not much else they can do there. Quick understanding and explanation of rules with DCs. If it happens after the first 60 seconds, or if a gen is completed, DCs count as full deaths. We do this because, while most of the time you would say this is obviously not on purpose, why would he ever do that? He definitely did not do that on purpose. But we can't determine that because anybody can simply just pull their internet, freeze their computer, whatever could happen with their computer or game, and we can't prove any of that kind of stuff. So that just counts as a full normal death, and we had to just kind of move on, and it is what it is. It's unfortunate. Doesn't mean they're out there though. Like, they can still do things. Even getting 1 or 2 more gens done right now could be the game. Could be a death hook though, so I don't know if they'll get any more done. Now we're talking about a possible hatch play, I think.
It would seem so.
I don't know, you should be running barbecue, especially during a blood point event. I mean, get those points. Why can't you just play a tournament and get points?
Shicks and
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Is messing around.
I am too. I know how customs work and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. You don't get to keep these blood points. It's a joke. I feel like you have to nowadays. You got to make sure you explain yourself because I don't want something taken out of context.
We're
And,
so
yeah.
serious.
Why so serious?
What's a custom game? I've never heard of that stuff.
Suds is not joking. He actually does not know. Now that's not a joke. This guy.
Well, I actually had somebody say to me the other day, like, well, how do you spectate the killer? Because they didn't even, like, when I was phrasing that
I've been
Killer
called a hacker.
Killer spectate got fixed. Like, they weren't that familiar with customs.
So, there's back-to-back games where Boomer got called a hacker for bringing a third year cake and then knowing where someone was on a door because they turned the light off.
Back-to-back games. I got called a hacker for bringing a third-year cake after the 4th year anniversary. Or was it, no, actually I think it was before it. It was something like that.
Before.
Yeah. Like,
But it was
that's not
almost
available.
almost a year after.
I'm sorry, I don't play a lot of Ghostface, and that's when the 3rd year came out, right? So I had a lot of those stacked up. 'Cause I don't play a lot of them, and he's completely maxed out, so I just don't play a lot. Alright, so no hatch play for this. That's going to be a 4. Here we go. Not surprising, I think we saw them play as Blight Thursday, right? I believe so, Polly. Last I can remember, I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yep. What are they running for their add-ons there, Suds? You recognize those? I see
know.
Compound 21's one. I'm not sure what that other one is.
Yeah, I'm not sure
A
what
little
the one is.
blocky for me.
It's very blocky.
It'll probably clear up here in a minute.
Once he stops moving around as much, it'll probably clear up.
There we go. You're right.
When there's a lot of movement, it causes that kind of thing to happen.
Ooh.
We did lose some more frames, though. That's unfortunate.
Breaking that pallet with his extra pinky.
Alright, what window's up here? Is it the good window?
First
Oh,
gen's
I
done.
saw another perk, by the way. It's right there. For the surveillance. That is not the good window.
Take a hit there.
Alright, so perks we know about. Surveillance, Corrupt, Ruin, and 1 mystery perk.
Okay, he's using Rose Tonic. Considerably increased slam duration.
Thank you very much.
So that means you can...
Oh, that's a nice down on harness.
That would mean he can bounce between walls, like longer.
Yeah, you have more chance to look around and plan your thing.
Another hit.
Oh, getting
Another
hit there.
nice hit. So she's doing a good job battling back here. Let's see.
They got the pickup though.
Oh, waited. Decisive to get that pallet. Waited to make sure they didn't get smacked.
Try to find something to bump into.
Yeah.
Still getting the
gen's
gens done. Wow.
Mm.
It feels like the whole team is right here, but they're still knocking out gens somehow. That's
Yeah,
kind of weird.
That's the power of Sinister. It's crazy.
Did it literally feel like all four
Especially
team
in
members were
fate,
right there?
They're all bunched up in the middle. Especially in the face of the ruin,
weird.
right? There must have been a forest survivor that was just grinding it while they were contending the center here.
That spider is back above me, just so you know. Waiting
Wait,
to
the spider
pounce.
from last week?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's
Why
the same
didn't
one.
you kill it?
It got away. By the time we were done, it was gone. Now it's back. It likes to watch it watches the tournament.
Well, man, our tournament.
It's literally watching the tournament. I'm just saying.
Tournaments on Trovo are so interesting. They appeal to interspecies now, right?
Yep,
Maybe.
I see one of our 2v2 killers for John Jeff.
Who?
Senor Fluffy.
Oh, Fluffy. I see. I think we might have to go
It's
down to
hardest.
480. Because, by the way, I don't know why. We dropped a little bit more frames. So. I don't know what's going on with the frames.
It looks okay on.
I feel like I
stream.
see when I see a lot of
Just
people
our
saying,
personal.
well, if you see a lot of people saying join channel, that means they refreshed because they were frozen, I believe. Is that correct, guys? Is that what you guys are doing?
But the only time it was saying I join the channel is that's if I leave for 5 minutes plus.
Right, but that would mean like your thing froze, right? Then they came back and it was frozen. They refreshed. I think that's what's going on with that. It's not dropping a lot of frames. It's like very little. But if
Well,
it's
I'm
enough to knock
obviously,
people
I
out,
don't have my
right?
eyes on it constantly because I'm watching the live, but I haven't noticed anything.
Okay. Well, you guys in the
Got
chat, let me
two
know.
people down here. Try to be careful about who we're picking up.
There you go. That's going to be first hook for that survivor. Assuming they would be this Simpoko for Jarinko, but I think that's Jarinko's outfit, but I don't know.
Simpinko. Simpinko for Drinko.
Jeminko.
Jiminko.
The survivor on the ground got picked up.
Everybody's up, saved over there.
Oh, he shook his head.
3 gens done. It's a nice pallet crack. Going back over here to this gen with the surveillance. They're trying to press it. Always be genning.
You know what? I think actually it's the recording, so I'm gonna stop the recording. But we're almost done. I can just finish it off and have a full recording. You know what? I'll just finish off this recording. Tomorrow I won't record. I'll download and just see the difference. There's only one match left. I might as well just do the full recording. I could just download off of... Trovo actually has a really easy way to download.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to push quality
Wow.
on Trovo and then download good quality, that would be fine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's incredible to
That
see
is-
these. It's incredible to see how good people have got like in such a short amount of time.
Right?
Yeah, Blight's definitely a challenge. It's not like a... For example, let's see, let's find a simple killer that's kind of this, you know, in one. Maybe like a
Wow,
trapper,
doing a
right?
good job here.
Right, so like a trapper, you just have to learn the traps, which it's not super easy. I mean, you have to, there's skill involved in using traps, but it's not as hard as balancing off the walls at high speed and being able to quickly find a survivor and aim towards them.
Wow. Holy smokes here, Boomer.
He reminds me of Nurse a bit. Like it's super hard to get used to, but once you do, it's really powerful.
How many gens did Strode get done?
2.
Oh, wow. I mean, Wow.
Now it does come down where it looks like that DC might have been costly because we could have had it.
Right, you said.
Here, right?
Yeah, you said it wouldn't change the outcome too much, but it could have literally changed the outcome of the game if they got one gen done. It could be at least in overtime, right? Pretty sure.
I'm so used to seeing the Blight go so fast that this carry to the hook looks so slow by comparison.
Looks like he's just waddling over to the thing.
Looks like he's in molasses.
Look at the length of that moonwalk on the ground. Impressive.
Man, Ascension did great. It's really unfortunate about that DC. I mean, we'll never know if they would have gotten one extra gen done or not. Because
They could have.
Card was pretty well in control of that game, but could have come really close to forcing a tie.
They could have also been not playing as serious as well when they knew they had to
Yeah,
win.
I mean, that's
You
possible.
know?